It was a dark and stormy night, and somewhere in the endless stacks of the library was a story that should have never been written.
They say 2 of the tales were perfectly real, tempting the reader to get lured in, but the 3rd was a trick.
It was a book so strange, so unbelievable, that nobody could tell if it was real.
And tonight, we're daring each other to figure out the treats and the tricks.
This is our Halloween book challenge, 2 treats and a trick.
We'll each share 3 book summaries. They're all books that we want to read, things we haven't read yet, but are, no?
Mine are all books I've read.
We said we were going to do books we wanted. It's okay, that's fine.
I know,
okay, well, that's going to make it easier for me.
I had a hard time. No, they're all, I'm pretty sure you haven't read any of these books.
I know, but have you talked about them?
No,
okay,
no, these are books I read way in the past.
Okay, so we'll each share 3 book summaries, 2 real and 1 fake, and we have to try to guess which one is fake. I should say one of mine, it's not fake, it's just not a book I would ever read. So it's a real book, but it's one that I wouldn't want to read. So it's even harder, maybe. We have to guess, and you can play along at home. You have to guess which one is fake before we reveal the answers.
Guess what the real books are too, if you want to.
Well, yeah, that's true too, yeah.
So can you survive the guessing game, or will you fall for the tricks?
Welcome to Espresso Shots and Epic Plots. I'm Genevieve.
And I'm her mom, Diana. So grab your favorite beverage and join us for some tricks or treats.
If you dare. I'm going to read all 3. I removed names unless they were real locations, like locations. I left location names, but I removed any character names.
I removed everything.
Okay, I removed a lot of names actually, so hopefully you don't get lost in all of the...
I think it's going to be hard because you already read a lot of fantasy. And...
I went with a genre theme, so my first 3 are all going to be either sci-fi or fantasy. Set in a continent where all political and military power is derived from the ability to draw and manipulate magical maps called lays, the last surviving member of a disgraced noble house of cartographers lives in hiding, struggling to control the volatile, earth-shaking magic she inherited. When a powerful warlord who seeks to weaponize the ancient lays to conquer the entire continent unearths a hidden map fragment leading to a mythic power source, she is forced out of the shadows. She must join a desperate crew of smugglers and forgotten scholars to race against the warlord, navigating a maze of political betrayals, deadly ley line storms, and ancient family secrets, all while trying to master a dangerous magic that could either save the continent or erase it from the map forever.
Ooh, that does sound like a good book.
Number 2. Set in an alternate Los Angeles known as Angel City, this story revolves around the underground trade of alchemy, a secret power of transformation controlled by 2 rival crime syndicates. The syndicates sell an all-chemical drug called sand that enhances its uses to a state of manufactured perfection. The conflict ignites when 2 former childhood friends find themselves recruited and rising through the ranks on opposite sides of the escalating war. Now powerful alchemists, they must grapple with their past bond and their current opposing loyalties as ambition turns to violence and the city threatens to be irrevocably transformed.
Ooh, that sounds familiar to me.
Oh, okay.
The drug called sand.
Okay. Oh, does it remind you of Dune?
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah,
Theirs
because
sand, though.
What did they call it?
I don't remember. I've only seen
I thought
movies.
Dune would have been a good one as far as a bizarre storyline.
Okay, and then here's number 3, a genre-bending space opera narrated by a sentient AI of a passenger spaceship trying to do her job of shuttling humans between Earth and Alpha Centauri. Her life is ruined when an ancient, nasty vampire named Dracula boards the ship and systematically murders all of her passengers. Fearing decommissioning, the AI teams up with her own collection of monstrous misfits, including a werewolf, a reanimated engineer, a powerful pharaoh, and a fleet of spider drones. Together, this unlikely found family of classic monsters, AIs, and misfits must travel across the galaxy to face off against the ultimate evil and save the ship from becoming a permanent ghost vessel. Number one.
So one was the
maps
lays,
and
the
the
maps. Actually, that
cartographers.
sounds like just another one of the books that you would read.
Number two is the Alchemist.
It sounds familiar to me.
Okay. And
so
then
I'm guessing number 3 is your trick.
Okay.
Although it's cute, could be very Disney-esque
this is
or
the one.
Murderbot-esque.
Oh, it is kind of Murderbot.
Yeah,
This is the one with the AI trying to save its human passengers.
Yes.
Okay, that's the one you think is the trick?
It is.
You are wrong.
Oh, boy.
That is actually the plot of a book called Of Monsters and Mainframes.
Oh, funny.
Which I know just sounds so weird that I really want to read it.
Yeah.
So now you're down
between the two.
the maps.
Well, then I'm
and
guessing the
Alchemist.
Alchemists would be the trick.
Nope, that's the other real one. This is actually a book that's coming out this month called Red City. So it's being released this October.
Red City. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know why that sounds familiar, but you're probably right. I can't remember what they called it in Dune. But
Yeah,
it was,
I think you're thinking of the Spice. Like, you're thinking of the
Spice,
Spice.
yes, it was the Spice.
But this is advertised as The Godfather meets... Oh, I forget what the mashup is. It's like The Godfather meets some magical book or whatever. So it's like crime syndicates, but controlling like an
So the
alchemical
fake
drug.
one was about the maps.
The maps and the
the
cartography.
lays
I know, doesn't that? I should
and
write that book.
You should, man. Write several of them.
One for me. We're
All
keeping score.
right. I have read these books. I
Okay.
did not do genres.
That's okay.
But all of these books are from my younger days.
Okay.
So they're nothing that I have talked about recently.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. A swarm of meat bags with collapsing veins and slippery morals ping pong through a kaleidoscope of filth, needles, and philosophical diarrhea. Time bends around exploding babies, rage goblins, and a talking toilet that eats souls. It's like a sitcom written by a tapeworm during withdrawal, in that it's confusingly sad, accidentally profound, and always oozing.
Okay. This reminds me of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Okay. Number 2. A retired accountant wakes up one morning to discover he's slowly turning into a swarm of polite bees. Determined to maintain his humanity, he embarks on a bureaucratic quest through an interdimensional post office run by nostalgic praying mantis. Along the way, he learns that love, like postage, always costs more than you think, and sometimes you accidentally mail yourself to the wrong dimension at the right time.
Okay.
And the third one is, a bewildered everyman is swept from his ordinary life into the cosmos that runs on absurd logic and cosmic bureaucracy. Armed only with a sardonic travel manual, he stumbles through bizarre planets, improbable inventions, and philosophical nonsense. Amid the chaos, the universe reveals itself to be both meaningless and hilariously profound.
That sounds like a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Dang, you got that one. That
So,
one.
no, it's
so
not
you
that
know
one.
it's not 3.
Yeah, I'm surprised you read that.
Of course, I couldn't have been married to your
That's
father
true.
unless
I was
I'd
gonna
read
say that is
book.
that is the one reason that I figured you would have read that. Okay, go back to number 1.
so there's the
Okay,
swarm
this is
of
the one
meat bags,
with collapsing veins and slippery morals. Okay.
talking toilets.
Okay.
Or we have
The
an
retired accountant slowly
who turns
turning into bees.
polite bees.
I feel like that has to be the trick, because I feel like you would have mentioned that when you were reading Shark Heart, like, oh, this reminds me of a book I read when I was younger. So, so I'm guessing that's the trick.
You are absolutely right.
Okay, what the heck is book number 1?
Train spotting.
Oh, yeah. No, I could.
Yeah.
I've never read Trainspotting, but I actually didn't even know it was a book because it's a movie.
Yeah,
so
no,
I
it's
could totally see
as
that.
disturbing
Yep,
of a
as
book as it is a movie.
a movie. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, good. I won.
All right. Round 2.
Okay.
Time stops every morning at 9:07 a.m., trapping an entire town in an eternal brunch with pancakes that tell government secrets. A droll barista discovers that the steamer produces clouds of alternate memories, and each use erases another version of herself. To escape, she must convince a committee of rhyming pilots that reality is a poached egg, and maybe, just maybe, she can restart the clock again and free the town. Choice number 2. 2 unstable men hurtle through the desert in a topless vehicle stuffed with hallucinogens,
Sounds like the previous one.
chasing their country's dreams while it melts into a technicolor puddle of lizard vomit and paranoia. Reality flickers like a busted neon sign as bat-infested hotel rooms, weaponized journalism, and sweaty hallucinations collide in a swirl of mescaline-fueled gibberish. It's a deranged safari into the capitalist subconscious, equal parts clown funeral, drug trial, and prophetic scream from the acid-stained void.
I'm gonna guess you read most of these in the 70s.
Yeah, it's probably about the time frame for both of those.
Okay.
Number 3, a man dies in a crash only to awaken in a dazzling afterlife sculpted entirely by his own thoughts, a place where paintings breathe and memories build cities. When his wife commits suicide and is banished to a hell made of her despair, he defies every law of the universe to bring her back. It's a Dante-esque story that turns heaven and hell inside out and proves that even death can't end a love story between souls.
Okay, that one sounds familiar. Like I've seen that movie. So I don't think it's 3.
Okay,
I think 3 is real.
3.
Don't tell me.
Okay.
Okay, go back to 1.
1 is...
Oh, this is the breakfast weird pancake one. Second one. This one also sounds like, what's his name? Johnny Depp played him. Oh my God, the author that did a lot of drugs.
Hemingway?
No, he drank a lot. He didn't do a lot of drugs. Oh my God, why can't I think of his name? And Hunter S. Thompson. This sounds like Hunter S. Thompson. So I'm guessing the number 1 is The Trick.
Dang, you are too good.
Is that Hunter S. Thompson?
That is Hunter S. Thompson.
And then, okay, what is number 3 though? Because just go ahead. What's the title for number 2? I'm trying to remember what the name of the movie is.
I'm trying to remember the name of the
I won't
book.
look.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I've seen that movie.
And the killer is, this one is What Dreams May Come.
Which
was
movie,
Robin Williams.
Right?
Yeah, I should have picked ones that didn't
remember that.
made in the movies.
That was a good movie.
I know, it was a good book.
Who wrote What Dreams May Come?
What Dreams May Come by Richard Matheson.
I didn't know that was a book.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson and Ralph Steadman.
Oh, that's right, because that's who he was going around with. Yeah, that pancake one, though, sounds right up, like, in that same vein of things.
Yes.
So good
All
job.
right.
Way to try to trick me.
So
Okay.
far, not so good.
This is the one where they're all real plots, but one of them is not one that I would be interested in reading at all. So it's like a red herring.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to make it easier or
No,
not, but okay.
probably not.
Okay. The novel begins with the complete manuscript of a new Agatha Christie-style whodunit, featuring a popular detective investigating a murder in a quaint 1950s English village. However, the reader and editor, that's the protagonist, are suddenly pulled out of the fictional story when she realizes the final crucial chapter is missing. When the manuscript's highly successful but notoriously difficult author is found dead in what appears to be a suicide, the editor becomes convinced his death is linked to the unpublished pages. She then travels to the author's hometown, becoming an amateur sleuth herself to search for the missing chapter and uncover the real-life murder, discovering unnerving parallels between the novel's characters and the suspects of the author's demise.
Interesting.
So it's like a book within a book.
Yeah.
2. An Edwardian Gothic mystery, which I had to look that up. Do you know what Edwardian is?
Yeah.
Because there's like Victorian
It's
and
like
then
Victorian.
Edward. Yeah, I didn't
they're,
know that.
they're
Okay.
King Edward's
I mean,
style.
it totally makes sense. An Edwardian Gothic mystery with an LGBTQ plus second chance romance set in the remote, fog-shrouded Lackaday house on Dartmoor. The protagonist is reluctantly summoned to the wealthy relative's manor, only to find his entire dysfunctional, greedy family assembled alongside the last person he ever wanted to see, his bitter ex-lover. The master of the house announces that the vast family fortune will go to whoever marries his young ward, setting off a ruthless scramble among the unwilling, trapped relatives as the doors are locked. As spooky happenings, growing paranoia, and a possibly supernatural presence plague the house, the protagonist and his ex-lover must put aside their past to uncover the shocking truth behind the family's sinister plot before the murderous atmosphere consumes them all.
Ooh.
Last but not least, the book centers on two estranged sisters whose family was torn apart 2 decades ago by the mysterious disappearance of their teenage sister. One of the sisters' seemingly perfect life as a millionaire's wife is shattered when her husband is brutally murdered. This new tragedy forces the sisters to reluctantly reunite and confront the devastating, unhealed trauma of their sister's vanishing. As they begin to investigate, they unearth dark family secrets and a terrifying connection between the decades-old disappearance and the recent murder. The sisters must form a wary truce and risk their lives to uncover the horrific truth that lies at the heart of their family's destruction. So they're all real, so you have to figure out which one I wouldn't read.
Well, the second one sounded like the House of Usher.
Or just any of those like
Yeah,
people
one of those
locked in a room.
classics.
Yeah,
and-
like an Agatha Christie almost.
Yeah. And the first one, you actually mention Agatha Christie, but it's as if, so if I understand right, Agatha Christie wrote this whodunit, but then the last chapter is missing because she was murdered.
Right.
And so the
editor.
editor of the book and the person who was reading it.
Well, I think the reader is you, the reader and the editor.
Okay, you're suddenly pulled out of the fictional story and you have to figure out, you have to do the murder yourself. Okay, and the third one, that sounds like several shows we've just watched not too long
Yeah, this is
ago.
one about 3 sisters where one of them disappears and then when they're older something tragic happens so they have to get back together.
To get back together. That one sounds very familiar.
Well, they're all real, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
So I got to figure out which one you don't want to read.
Correct. Which one is in here as a trick? Like I would never read this.
You would never read this book. I'm guessing the Edwardian one. Yeah.
The locked room
The
or
Gothic mystery with, oh, I forgot about the whole LGBTQIA plus part of it. So that wouldn't have been anything that I was thinking of as far as the classics.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You were trying to, okay.
But that's also not why you would not want to read it. Although you're not really big on the Agatha Christie genre.
Is that leading you towards 1 or 2?
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards between 1 and 2. I'm going to say the first one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Nope, I actually own this book. This is Magpie Murders by Anthony Horowitz. This is the first in a series of Susan Ryland. It's like the Susan Ryland series. She's the editor
Okay.
of this author. I can't remember the fake author's name. So,
Okay.
nope, I want to read that one.
Alrighty. Was I close with the second one?
Nope.
Oh my God.
This is actually a book I just got. I got it in my Aardvark book box. It's All of Us Murderers. The cover almost looks like an old Hardy Boys cover, like
Oh,
an Nancy
yeah?
Drew cover. Like it's
fun.
this last book, I can't even remember the name of it. It's Karen Slaughter. It's like sisters, something about sisters. And I have read a Karen Slaughter book, and I don't know why, but there was something about it that angered me. And there was nothing wrong. Like, she's a very good mystery writer, and it was supposed to anger you. Like, it was a lot of those like gaslighting of female characters and things like that. But it was just something about that just like, I was like, ugh, I can't. It was like pulling teeth to get through it because I was just so angry all the time. And so I don't think I'll ever read another Karen Slaughter, even though she's like very, famous.
Now I know.
I'm sorry if I made that too difficult for
Yeah,
you.
you did.
I thought I would make it easier.
I think you only get a half a point for that
Oh,
one.
okay, because I didn't follow the
You're
rules.
already up at 2.5
Okay.
points. Round 3.
So these are all cozy books.
Are these also all existing books?
No,
Okay,
one of them is an
these
actual
completely
made up. Yes,
All
exactly.
right.
So do you remember what cozy is?
Yes.
Okay. This contemporary romance introduces us to a meticulous data scientist who creates a flawless dating app algorithm, only to be forced to test it herself for a major publicity stunt. The app matches her with an impulsive off-grid travel writer who embodies everything her data says she should avoid. As their disastrous yet publicized dates go viral, she struggles to reconcile the undeniable spark with her carefully constructed spreadsheet, eventually realizing the unpredictable nature of love is the one variable that her data can't control.
That's a cute one. That
Okay.
sounds like Hallmark all the way.
Number 2. A cozy fantasy set in the 1920s Montreal, where the meticulously organized female main character is forced to move her beloved cat rescue charity. She finds a new space only to discover her new landlord is a famously disorganized magician and failed Dark Lord, using her new shelter as a front for his disreputable magic shop.
Disreputable.
His disreputable magic shop. As soon as I said it, I thought it sounded funny. When an enemy from his shadowy past resurfaces, both the illegal magic business and, more importantly, the main character's cat shelter are placed in immediate jeopardy. To save her cats, she must reluctantly team up with the chaos-loving man who nearly ended the world and may now be trying to steal her heart.
Aww.
And number 3, a formerly feared thorn witch is determined to abandon her villainous past and embrace a new good life by opening a flower shop. Her fresh start, complete with a sentient, mildly homicidal houseplant, is complicated by her landlord, the prickly yet handsome alchemist, with whom she must share a greenhouse. When a mysterious magical blight threatens to destroy every plant in the community, the two must overcome their immediate dislike and deep-seated fears to work together.
Okay.
Data scientist that creates an app, cat rescue charity moved into a Dark Lord's business,
Gotcha.
and a thorn witch who wants to open a flower shop but has to work together with the prickly landlord.
With a prickly landlord. They all sound good to me. I can see reading all of them. So this one, basically, she's so good, she doesn't recognize how good her data scientist.
Oh, I don't know.
Her
I haven't
data
read any of
is.
them. So.
Okay, you have not read any of these.
I haven't
Good
read any of the
story.
books that I've presented.
Let's see the second one.
Okay.
20s Montreal, organized female main character. I'm going to say this is the trick.
Okay, do you want to see the third one? Or
Yeah, let me see the third one just
Okay.
now. Thorn witch is determined. What's a thorn witch? Can you tell me
so
that?
I know there's like hedge witches and thorn witches, and they.
So it's like a fairy that's
No, it's a
of
type.
certain-
It's a like a specialty type, like a certain type of witch.
Okay.
So like I read a book about hedge witches, and they live off on their own, but they do healing. Like and so I'd have to look into what thorn witch.
Okay.
But there's different types of witches. So
Okay.
she's a thorn witch.
Good answer.
That was not a good answer.
You didn't say, I don't know, I just made it up. I'm going to go with 2, and I'm probably wrong.
You are. I'm sorry. This is actually a new book that is coming out.
They weren't
early.
rescuing cats in the 1920s
Why
in
not?
Canada.
Why not? What do you know about Canada
I know lots about Canada.
in the 1920s?
Nobody in the 1920s cared about the
Well,
overpopulation of cats
this is
as pets.
This is a new book coming out by the same woman that wrote the Emily Wilde series.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Well,
probably
see, the
like an
third
alternative
one I would have thought would have
reality.
been Emily Wilde. Or
The second one is Agnes Albert's Mythical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. So that's the woman that did the
Okay.
Emily Wilde series. And it comes out February of next year, so early next year. And then the third one is Violet This Whistle Is Not a Villain Anymore. And that comes out November of this year.
the third one was about the Thorn Witch.
Correct, yeah.
So it was the first one that was the trick.
Correct.
And that one was about
The data scientist.
Data scientist. Somebody has written that book somewhere. Come on,
actually-
I've seen a Hallmark movie about that.
So Christina Lauren, which is actually 2 authors, wrote a romance that I read that was basically like they took your DNA and found your match that way.
Wow.
What was it called?
That's a
The
little
cover is
scary.
like a spiral of DNA, and that reminded me of that.
Okay.
But not data science. I mean, it is.
Oh,
a
see,
form
I
of,
would have
so.
seen you drawn
Yeah.
to that and everything.
I read the other one. What was it called?
All right,
Third
my
time's
first
the charm.
one. A timid draftsman discovers that every time he draws a floor plan, the building appears overnight, complete with residents who swear they've lived there for years. Soon, entire cities begin arguing about what's real, and the draftsman can't tell if he's creating the world or remembering it. When he erases his own house out of existence, he must find his way home through angry memories filled with doubt.
Okay, interesting.
This is number 2. A gang of overworked livestock overthrows their human masters to gain freedom and equality. But as their new society evolves, the clever and power-hungry twist the revolution into tyranny dressed as progress. What begins as a cry for liberation becomes a chilling repetition of corruption, control, and the ease with which ideals are devoured from within. The third one is a bastard son of a famous feminist becomes a husband, father, and public figure who often faces a series of surreal and often tragic events, from bizarre wrecks to shocking acts of violence, all while navigating the eccentricities of those around him. Through love, loss, and the absurdity of fate, he confronts life's unpredictability, discovering that chaos and humor are inseparable from the human experience.
The second one sounds like Animal Farm.
Which you've never read.
No, I haven't, but I know the general idea of Animal Farm.
Oh, well, it sounds to me like life in general.
Well, yeah, okay. So then this one, it's funny because this first one reminds me of the book Piranesi, but it's not. Like, it's a totally different plot. I don't know what about this sounds like Piranesi to me, but okay, wait, go to the third one again. This third one sounds like something that you would read. I don't know why. The one about the draftsman, although it sounds interesting, I couldn't see you reading it.
I used to be a draftsman.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna say the first one is the trick.
Yes, it is. Once again, you have found me out. The second one is, yes, indeed, Animal Farm by George Orwell. A timely read for everybody right now.
Okay.
This one is another Robin Williams movie,
Oh,
The
okay.
World According to Garp.
Oh, I actually haven't seen that one.
And What
so-
Dreams May Come is Robin Williams as well. One of my favorite actors, yes.
Okay.
Deceased,
So this
sadly.
one is The World According to Garp.
Yes,
Is that okay?
and the previous one, What Dreams May Come, was another Robin Williams
Which
movie.
I have not seen The World According to Garp. I don't know. There was something about that just sounded,
Oh, it's
Real,
it's
though.
fun, yeah.
or I shouldn't say real, sounded like a book that you would have read. Obviously nothing about that
It
sounds
was,
real.
and I did. So
okay.
next time I'm gonna just make up all the books.
Maybe
and
if you
really
had,
stump
maybe if you
you.
had picked, we said we were going to do books we haven't read
I
yet.
couldn't remember, and I thought, well, how can I do a book that I haven't read if I don't understand?
You just get the plot from the internet.
I
That's
know
what I
that.
did.
Next Halloween.
We'll have to wait 365 days. Okay.
Well, that was way harder than I expected.
Right? But I do agree that some of those fake books needed to exist. When I was like writing them down, I was like, oh, this would be, I would read this book.
Yeah. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends and your fellow ghouls.
And let us know in the comments if we stumped you or if you knew what some of these books were or if you want to read them. We'll see you next time with some more bookish fun.
Thanks for joining us. Happy spooky reading. A retired accountant wakes up one morning to discover he's slowly turning into a shark. No,
I was going to say.
had I not read Shark
Yeah,
Heart,
really.
it would be here.
Okay, hold on a second. I have this paranoia that I forgot to hit record. Okay, no, I didn't. It's recording.
Okay. Or all three of these maybe. Let's
Okay.
see. Yeah, they're, yeah. I was seeing a
Therapist?
pattern. Drug counselor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. An Edwardian Gothic mystery with
Like
an
K-pop.
Let me try again. An Edwardian Gothic mystery with an LGBTQ plus second chance romance set in the remote fog shrouded. I just plus. It's LGBTQ plus. It's all of them. That's what the plus is for. An Edwardian Gothic mystery with an LGBTQ plus second chance romance set
See how many times I get
my God.
Edwardian.
This one's so long. Stop it. This is the last time I'm doing it. You're on your own after this.
Listen.